This is All India Radio. The news read by Sarabjit Kaur. President Ramnath Kovind will address the nation on the eve of the 74th Independence Day today. The address will be broadcast from 7 p.m. onwards on the entire national network of All India Radio and telecast over all channels of Doordarshan in Hindi, followed by the English version. All India Radio will broadcast regional language versions of the President's address from 9:30 p.m. on its respective regional networks. Broadcast of the address in Hindi and English on Doordarshan will be followed by broadcast in regional languages by regional channels of Doordarshan. The nation will celebrate the 74th Independence Day tomorrow. Security has been tightened in the national capital in view of the celebrations. A full dress rehearsal was held at the historic Red Fort in Delhi yesterday for the Independence Day celebrations. In view of COVID-19 situation, the Delhi police has requested the invitees to follow guidelines issued by Union Home Ministry and Health Ministry at all times while they are in the function area at Red Fort. More than 4,000 security personnel will be deployed at the Red Fort and they will stand maintaining social distance. There will be a multi-layer security ring, including NSG snipers, elite SWAT commandos and kite catchers around the Red Fort. In the run-up to the 74th Independence Day celebrations, we bring you today a special story about the multiple initiatives for making New India. The Narendra Modi-led government has taken several initiatives to achieve the goal of making New India. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has given a clarion call to create an India which will be clean, free from corruption, poverty, terrorism, casteism, and free from communalism. In the last 5 years, the government has launched various schemes, including Housing for All by 2022 under Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, doubling of farmers' income, and Ayushman Bharat Yojana. Talking exclusively to AIR News, Niti Aayog Vice Chairman Dr. Rajiv Kumar said, in order to realize the dream of New India, it is necessary to convert the challenges posed by the COVID-19 pandemic into an opportunity. He said in this direction, the government is promoting investment in private sector.
The call for a new India in 2022 given by Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji will require that we first and foremost convert the current crisis into an opportunity. And as we have said, this can be done by ensuring that this period when we are trying to find the balance between lives and livelihood is used to implement some far-reaching structural reforms that will allow the economy to find a new trajectory of higher growth, and sustainable growth is also environmentally compatible.
Defence Minister Rajnath Singh said that self-reliance in the defence sector is far more crucial than any other field. The minister was speaking while launching new products of the Defence Public Sector Undertakings DPSU and Ordnance Factory Board OFB as part of the celebrations of Atmanirbharta Saptah yesterday. Mr. Singh said India should not only aim to ensure fulfillment of its own national interests, but also should be able to help other people in times of need. Highlighting the importance of security in relation with the development of a nation, the Defence Minister said nations which are able to protect themselves have been able to build a strong image at the global level. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh launched the Naval Innovation and Indigenization Organization NIIO through an online webinar. The NIIO puts in place dedicated structures for the end users to interact with academia and industry towards fostering innovation and indigenization for self-reliance in defence. The Draft Defence Acquisition Policy 2020 DAP20 rolled out by the Defence Ministry last month envisaged establishment of Innovation and Indigenization Organization by the Service Headquarters. Union Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar has said the new national education policy will ensure accessibility, equity, quality, affordability and accountability. Addressing a webinar on the National Education Policy NEP yesterday, the minister said he had seen the process of formulation of the policy closely when he was the Human Resource Development Minister. Mr. Javadekar said it is an education policy that will take India forward. The minister said if one studies the policy, one will realize that education for all is its basis. He said those students who do not come in the school system, there is an attempt to bring them under the system. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. Amid the political crisis going on in the state for the last 1 month, the session of the State Assembly will begin today. Before the session, the meetings of BJP and Congress Legislature Party were held yesterday in Jaipur, where both parties discussed their strategy for the session. The meeting held at Chief Minister's residence was also attended by 18 Congress MLAs who had supported Sachin Pilot. The BJP has decided to move a motion of no confidence against the Ashok Gehlot-led Congress government in the State Assembly. The decision was taken in a BJP Legislature Party meeting. The meeting between the two leaders took place after a 1-month-long political crisis in the state, which was also attended by other senior leaders of Congress. On the other hand, the meeting of BJP Legislature Party also held at the party office. After the meeting, State BJP President Dr. Satish Punia told that the BJP is ready to bring a no-confidence motion against the government in the House. Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau has ordered probe into the Air India Express aircraft crash at Kozhikode Airport. The investigation of the aircraft crash will be done by a 5-member team headed by Captain S.S. Chahar. The team will investigate and determine the probable causes and contributory factors leading to the accident. It will also make recommendations to avoid such recurrences in the future. Investigator in charge, Captain S.S. Chahar, will submit his report within 5 months. An Air India Express flight from Dubai with over 190 people skidded off the tabletop runway during landing at the Kozhikode airport in heavy rains, killing 18 people on 7th of this month. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that India will continue to support the Maldives in mitigating the economic impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. Replying to Maldivian President Ibrahim Mohammed Solih in Twitter yesterday, Prime Minister Modi said their special friendship will always remain as deep as the waters of the Indian Ocean. Mr. Modi was responding to Maldives' President tweet thanking him for India's financial assistance to the island country. Mr. Solih called it a landmark moment in Maldives-India cooperation as they received Indian assistance of $250 million as budget support and $500 million for the Greater Male Connectivity Project. President Solih thanked Mr. Modi and people of India for the generosity and friendship. U.S. President Donald Trump announced that the United Arab Emirates, UAE, and Israel have agreed to establish full diplomatic relations as part of a new peace deal. Under the agreement, Israel would suspend its plans to annex parts of the West Bank. Making the announcement in the Oval Office, U.S. President said the deal is a significant step towards building a more peaceful, secure, and prosperous Middle East. Crossing the 8 lakh day milestone of tests in a single day, India has registered a record high of 8,30,391 tests conducted in the last 24 hours in India. In pursuance of the test, track and treat strategy, India is geared up to reach the testing capacity of 10 lakh tests per day. The country touched another peak of highest ever single day recoveries of 56,383 in a single day. Indian shuttler N. Sikki Reddy and physiotherapist Kiran C. have tested COVID positive. They arrived at the National Badminton Camp at the Pulela Gopichand Badminton Academy in Hyderabad. This came to light after they took SAI's mandatory COVID test that is given to all players, coaches and support staff on arrival. The Sports Ministry will organize the largest countrywide run, the Fit India Freedom Run, from tomorrow till 2nd of October, which boasts of a unique concept. Sports Minister Kiran Rijiju will launch the mega event today. In keeping with the current pandemic situation and social distancing norms, the government has decided to encourage participants of the event to run at their own pace, anywhere and at any time of their convenience. And that is the end of this news bulletin.